This is Soa Min, the Hand of the Monster, and also the AIWF World TV Champion. And you are watching, you are listening, you are experiencing Bells and Belts.
A very good evening to everybody. Welcome back to Bells and Belts here with the fellow world champions, Joey and Man Up. Gentlemen, good evening to you all.
Good evening. Good evening. How you feeling?
Hey, man, it goes. Joey, what's up, man?
So it's about time a lot of people are watching some real world champions. And tonight we're going to talk about some real world champions live here on Bells and Belts.
Absolutely, man. Good stuff, man. Before we jump into it, top 10. It's been a while since we did a top 10, so this is definitely be fun. We're gonna looking at doing our top 10 favorite world champions. Before we jump into that, man, I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Then we'll jump into it.
All righty, Wrestling Bonkers, how you feeling today?
All right.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yo. Hey, Nasha, how you doing? How you doing? Platinum, what's up? What's up? This one just for you, Cedric.
All right. Let me go ahead and address y'all from last week. Let me go ahead and address y'all. Y'all want to show out in front of doggone company whatnot. I saw all those comments last week and whatnot. Yeah. So Cena won the title in his hometown. Got it. You know what? Dominic played his freaking trump card. He's gonna get his rematch at Survivor Series in his hometown. So not a problem at all. Hey, let's see to have his moment. Let's see to have his moment. And it goes make it all more sweeter when Dominic becomes a 2-time Intercontinental Champion at Survivor Series. So not a problem. Not a problem at all, baby. Not a problem at all.
Do you know it's kind of crazy that it's such a small world? Last week, right here, we were interviewing Algo Nelly.
Sure.
And this week on Cena's Last Raw, Algo Nelly is an extra working security on Raw.
How about that, man? That was freaking amazing, man. I freaking love that. I freaking love that. So you know, you never know who you're gonna see next. And remember, before y'all saw him on Raw, you saw him here at Bells and Bells. So you got to stay tuned because you never know who we'll see again if freaking on Raw or on the national scene. Platinum Source says how many days did Dom capped off at 204 days at historic reign as Intercontinental Champion. Don't worry. So Dom can't see the belt. Give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks. Then we're gonna be back to where we need to be. Not a problem at all, baby. Not a problem at all.
Before we get started on this show tonight, I want to do something a little different that we haven't done before.
What's that?
All of our top 10s. I wanted to definitely first identify the criteria we chose for this show.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to explain it or you want me to. It don't matter.
Go for it, Joel. Go for it.
Go for it,
Well,
Joey.
we're talking about men's. Obviously, this time we're talking about men's world champions. We have some future ideas for future shows, but right now we are talking about specifically men that are recognized as world heavyweight champions of professional wrestling. Now, we did go off of, I think, Wikipedia on what is recognized at different times, but or recognized as a world heavyweight championship. So just to make that clear, I don't have the list in front of me, but championships like the NXT championship, and a lot of your regional or independent championships and stuff like that were not recognized. But there were a lot that were, including, of course, both WWE World Championship and WWE Championship, the Universal Championship that was used at previous times. You got the TNA World Championship. You got the AEW World Championship, the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. So it's a lot of them, but again, there are some that are left out here. And some people, again, there's a lot of talk about during what time period somebody was recognized as a champion. But what we decided on, the three of us, was that if it was ever recognized as a World Heavyweight Championship, as a legit one, then the whole time frame really counts. Yeah. So as we go along, keep that in mind at home if you're playing along, and we encourage you to do so, to also list up your top 10 favorite World Heavyweight Champions. That's the kind of criteria we're going on. And now I want to break it down even further to, because we do top 10 favorite World Heavyweight Champions, each person, including all of you watching, can have your own criteria within those parameters, what you look for in a World Heavyweight Champion to be on your favorites list. So I kind of wanted each one of us here, and you guys can also please put this in the comments as well. What do you look at when you think about your favorite World Heavyweight Champions in professional wrestling?
Good stuff. My man, up, start with you.
All righty. Well, let's go ahead and get to my number 10.
No. Before we start the list, what is your criteria for your list?
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, it's kind of like what Joey said. As long as they was considered a world champion. Now, keep in mind there are companies out there at the moment that not consider their belts world championship. They might have just been called, a heavyweight championship or whatever, but they was considered world champions. Yeah. Like Joey said, if you look it up, you're going to see certain things.
Yeah. What I'm saying now. No, the Man Up's top 10 world heavyweight champions. What like I understand like the definition of the definition of the world champion, but when you came up with your list, with what stuck up, what different characteristics or what different traits went into mind when you created your list?
Just as long as they were considered world champions.
Okay.
That's
all right.
it.
But it's more like, what did you look for in your selections? What did you look at in terms of that for your personal criteria? Your personal criteria, like what? Obviously, you're going to have a variety of people on your list, but what did you look at personally in each person or each champion to make your list? What was your personal criteria kind of that you looked at to determine, if they were a great world champion or your favorite world champion?
Well, like I just said, as long as they were considered world champions and they were my favorite, well, one of my favorites or whatever.
Okay.
Somebody that I was watching at the time or I liked or didn't like, whatever, as long as they were considered world champions.
Okay. Like for me, I can double down on that. Like whatnot, like those who left an imprint on me in my wrestling journey. I'm going a little bit more of a historical reference as well, being a historical nut that I am. So I incorporate that. Memories that I have from the ones in my top 10. Those were some of the big factors. Joey.
Yeah, I would agree with that to a degree too. Part of it is definitely about what, because to me, a belt doesn't make a champion. A champion makes the belt. So for me, it's got to be like what, like you said, imprint. What did they leave? What effect did they have on it too? And that also played into me picking them as a favorite too, is because sometimes yes, it's my favorite wrestler, but then sometimes it's also like, I really look at what they accomplished with that championship and that imprint they left on the entire business of professional wrestling, the entire industry, and really, what did they change about the industry? What did they,
Sure.
Sometimes that champion might have defined what you think of in a world champion just because of the way it was carried and the matches they had, the promos they had. It's a total combination in that,
Okay, yeah, absolutely. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our top 10. We invite everybody to count down along with us with their top 10s. We're going from 10 all the way down to 1. We're gonna get started with Man Up.
All righty. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go quick on this one, but this guy here for me, was one of the first champions that I ever saw in wrestling, and like Joey said, you can't deny this guy did change the face of professional wrestling. That's Hulk Hogan.
Okay. I'll double down with mine as well at number 10 with Hulk Hogan as well. As I stated previously on the show, my first wrestling memory is involved Hulk Hogan. Off of that memory, that cultivated the love for professional wrestling that I freaking have. So with that, I do have him at number 10 on my list. Hulk Hogan definitely had a definite impact on what what a lot of us are partaking of, and in regards to the nationalship of professional wrestling due to the rise of Hulkamania. So I got him at number 10. Joey.
All right. My number 10 is obviously a very, very different choice here. If you go ahead and put my graphic up, I have Raven.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the way Raven was just to me like especially in ECW. We'll talk about. I mean, he's had more than one world championship, more than one version of a world championship.
Sure.
But in ECW, I really loved the storytelling they did with him. The way he cut promos is very different and unique to everything. But it's that psychological aspect of how he conducted himself. I really felt like at a time, especially when he was on top, Shane Douglas had left the company briefly, and it took him, even when Shane came back, Raven was on top for a while. But Raven really set a precedence, in ECW to help take ECW from regional to national, and a lot of it was on the back of the way he drew people in with those promos and everything like that. Now, fast forward also years later, 10 years later, really, in 2005, he'd win the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship in TNA, and I really thought the story leading into that, including his arrival in TNA 2 years prior, where he was a heel but kept calling it his destiny to become the champion, really created a long-term story that we've had to follow for over 2 years, and then eventually capped off with him as a babyface, becoming the NWA World's Champion. So two different eras, in a sense, two different companies and world championships. But for sure, Raven left a great imprint on me with that.
Good stuff. All right, let's go to the comments.
All righty. Cedric, favorite isn't on the list.
I'm confused about that one, but okay.
AJ Styles.
Okay.
And then she says, good choice. She loves Hogan.
Okay. Good deal.
Ron, is that your number 10? Is AJ your number 10? You got to make sure you let us know where you at with that stuff like that.
Yeah, count it down. Count down with us. We definitely invite you to. Man Up, number 9.
Ready? All right. Macho Man, my number 9.
Okay.
Now I like the Macho Man, especially, I know this is not during that time, but he kind of made a impact on the business when he became a Macho King. I know this is about the time when he was real famous with the Slim Jim stuff and all that. That's he kind of took it to that level as well too. But I know Cedric gonna talk about Macho Man later, so I'm gonna leave a little bit left for him.
Okay, good deal. Number 9, definitely my most current champion is Roman Reigns, and the reason I have Roman Reigns on this list and whatnot is in an era of WWE where long-term storytelling, long-term booking, long-term anything was non-existent. Him getting paired up with Heyman during his last reign begat a lot, not the bloodline storyline and all the stuff that branched off of that, just off of that impact. He's not is definitely a huge impact, and definitely help WWE in regards even in that direction. So that's why I got him at number 9. Joey.
All right, my number 9 is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Sure.
Speaking of in a more modern time,
yeah,
in the past 20, 25 years, there haven't been as many people to have conquered this many different world championships as AJ Styles has. This is a man who, was both NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and TNA World Heavyweight Champion within TNA.
Sure.
Left, became a 2-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion in New Japan. Left, and became a 2-time WWE Champion in WWE. This dude literally conquered everywhere he stepped into and became the world champion. And again, like we've talked about before, I know Cedric, you talked about it as well. A guy that really helped take the Bullet Club to the height of their popularity in their history, with him as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. You can't deny the impact overall. No pun intended with impact that AJ Styles has had on pro wrestling in the past 25 years.
Absolutely. I'm seeing these comments, and we're gonna address these as well. Go ahead, hit him up, man up.
All right, Damon got CM Punk at number 9.
Okay.
All right.
Why so low? Said that Roman Reigns should be higher.
As soon as you see my list, and I'm sure as soon as you see Joey's list, you're gonna understand why, and put up Malcolm's comment. Here we go. What promotion are they covering? Like, we aren't just covering like within the last 10 years. We're covering over the scope of professional wrestling. We're some of us is diving into even way before whatnot, because whereas some of the ones that we named have had like some like impact recently, whatnot. There has to be there is a level of foundation as well, and we're going to get into that as well. So yeah.
I think we need to reiterate though, because when you like Nesha said, Roman should be higher. This is our top 10 favorite
our
world
favorite
champions.
Our individual favorites. So whatnot, and everybody's list is going to be freaking different. That's the freaking beauty of it. So like whereas you all may have AJ Styles higher, you may have Roman Reigns higher. That may not be the case for us. So just keep that in mind. What else we got?
Alrighty. Wait a minute. Dang it. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. You might be surprised. You just might be surprised.
Okay. So yeah.
Alrighty.
And I see Malcolm's comment again there.
Yeah.
About
are you all
that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. We normally don't post it afterwards or whatnot. That's why we do it within the show. Just follow along with us. And you'll see as we go along. Man, where you at number 8?
Alrighty, let me go ahead and get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got AJ Styles on my list as well.
Okay.
Now, let me just go ahead and say this here. I got him kind of low for a reason.
Sure.
And that reason is I didn't watch a whole lot of TNA at that time.
Okay.
But I did go back and watch some of his stuff when he was in TNA. Love what I saw. A lot of the matches when he was champion, when he wasn't champion, all of that good stuff. So, like Joey said earlier, he had an impact on the business wherever he went. Not too many wrestlers can say that. Wherever they went, they were champion. Not a whole lot of them can say it. And AJ Styles on that list. So, got to give him props. So that's why I'm at with number 8.
All right, number eight. I have Terry Funk. Now, recency bias will go towards his run in ECW as ECW World Champion. He was NWA World Heavyweight Champion and had a long freaking run in the late 1970s. When the NWA was with the traveling world champions and all the different territories within the NWA, making the towns, going different countries along the line. Very heavy in Japan. And definitely from a lot of my research, one of the most giving world champions out there in regards to he definitely understood like when he was going to the different towns and whatnot. Like he's more likely going up against the top guy in that territory. He definitely recognized that, hey, I'm just here for the night. This person is going to be here after I leave. So we got to make sure we do right by him. And in that business, so it made no sense of him going in there squashing people and whatnot. But even so, when he go up in there and help putting that guy over, even though he was the NWA World Champion, definitely one of the good ones. And just piggybacking off of ECW, a lot of people will say like ECW wouldn't get to that next level without Terry Funk. So I got him at number 8. Joey.
All right, at number 8, I have Kazuchika Okada. This Okada, like, I don't know when. It's funny to have seen him in TNA with the non-character he had there, and then see him return to New Japan and come out with this Rainmaker character. Because that character and his presence and everything like that caught on so fast, like wildfire in New Japan, to where he skyrocketed, to becoming the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and would remain a dominant IWGP Heavyweight Champion until he decided to leave the company. Now, of course, we see him he is coming back to Wrestle Kingdom to wrestle Tanahashi in his last match, which I think is amazing. But Okada's, he's just one of these guys, and his reign of dominance on New Japan during the 2010s into the 2020s to me is legendary.
Absolutely. All right, let's check these comments.
All righty. Damon got Vader at number 8.
Okay.
Nice. Where we at? We got Malcolm say the Rainmaker.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Joey, that's a good choice.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. All right. Just jumped into number 7, man. Up.
All righty. I got Booker T as my number 7.
Okay.
Now, I'm also going to count when he was world champion in WCW as well.
Sure.
But of course, I had to put this one because I love King Booker, that gimmick so much. That's still so funny to me. I love that. That was a good character. But anyway, of course, he was the last WCW champion, world heavyweight champion, along with United States champion as well at the same time, before, coming to WWE. So I love the impact he had on his business. He's still, giving back. He's still a commentator right now, all that good stuff. So with Booker T, I mean, I just had to. And of course, hometown guy, so got to put him on my list.
Okay, good deal. Number 7, this was a personal one for me. I got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat only had a title reign for 2.5 months, 3 months, whatnot. During that time, that 3-match series with Ric Flair is like core to my freaking soul, man. I love that. I love that freaking series. His world title reign was a combination into the worth ethic and that he had in the ring. His reputation definitely preceded him. That's what Flair was very keen on working with him in that freaking program. But Ricky Steamboat is my number 2 all-time favorite wrestler of all time, bar none. So I have him at number 7, Joey.
All right, my number 7 is the franchise Shane Douglas.
Okay.
I could not have this list without him. Shane Douglas, to me, and I'm a big fan of the NWA World's Heavyweight title, which makes a lot of people rub the wrong way when you talk about Shane Douglas. But
sure,
the sheer nerve of Shane Douglas and the impact that had on the business when he won the tournament to be the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, threw down the belt and declared the ECW Championship to be the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. It's just one of those iconic moments in professional wrestling.
It was.
And the crazy thing was, it's not in front of a big crowd, not on national TV at the time. It was on national syndicated television.
Sure.
But it's just one of those moments now when you look back at the history, especially of ECW and professional wrestling in general. It's just that is what set ablaze to ECW and set it on fire. And that character, the franchise character, I just bought right into, and everything he did with it. And the way he carried himself as the champion, the type of promos he did, and even the feud with Taz, where he made Taz really work his butt off and chase for that title before he would put it on. To me, was just the stuff great world champions are built on.
Absolutely. Let's go to these comments. That was a freaking epic time, Joey. With the Shane Douglas and that NWA thing. Let's go to the comments.
Yeah.
All right. Demond got Harley Race at number 7.
Okay.
All right.
Platinum say he got King Booker at number 7.
All right.
And Michael said the franchise literally put ECW on the map.
Okay. Good deal. All right, we're about halfway done, and we're at the halfway mark of our list. Man up number 6. Who you got?
All right, I gotta go with this one-time champion. Of course, one of everybody's favorites. He was a very charismatic and just a great wrestler, and I'm talking about Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Now, I did not know this when I saw this, that November 18th is Eddie Guerrero Day. And
okay.
That's like making an impact on the business when you get a day named after you. Now, I don't think I know any other wrestler that have a day named after them in their hometown. But correct me if I'm wrong, there might be some. But yeah, when we're talking about making an impact on the business, hey, there you go right there. Gotta put Eddie Guerrero number 6 on my list, excuse me.
Good deal. At number 6, I got legendary AWA World Champion Nick Bockwinkel. When you saw Nick Bockwinkel, if you go back and look at whatnot, the man oozed world freaking champion, dressed to the freaking nines, a very eloquent freaking heel who freaking dissected you with his vocabulary. Is so freaking condescending, but you can do nothing but freaking love it. On top of the technical prowess as well, that freaking Nick from the mid 70s all the way to the mid freaking 80s. That mid 80s had a freaking 60-minute gem with freaking Kurt Hennig and whatnot. So definitely stand the test of time. Definitely one of the two faces of the AWA. I got Nick Bockwinkel at number 6. Joey.
All right, my number 6, and some people are going to say this is controversial to have him at number 6, but I have Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Sure. Okay.
Do I really got to get into this? Probably not. And I'm sure he will appear again later, at least on one of y'all's list. Sure. So, but yeah, come on, man. 21 times.
Let's just go ahead and
21 times world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Not 15.
That's what I was going to say.
Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
sorry.
This man conquered another one throughout decades, conquered every, not only being the traveling NWA World Heavyweight Champion, but being the Crockett's NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the first WCW World Heavyweight Champion ever recognized, the WWF Champion, and to come back and win the WCW World Championship a bunch of times and stuff like that. I mean, again, we can play along with the WWE's bullshit story about 16, but we all know this man won a lot more world championships than that. And, if we were talking greatest world heavyweight champions of all time, and I was being completely, just, what do you call it, impartial, I'd probably have him up in at least in the top 5. But favorites, top 6 for sure, but about number 6 for sure. But yeah, Ric Flair, come on, man.
All right, let's go to the comments.
All righty. Wait. Okay. Damon said they got Luke Thez at number 6.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Platinum's got Ron Simmons at number 6.
Well, okay.
That's fair.
The Undertaker, Texas, Undertaker Day, November 22nd. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So thanks for letting me know that.
Well,
appreciate that, Malcolm. Booker T on the list is good. I like when he was champion in WCW as a face.
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, Rey Mysterio got a day too? Okay. Y'all teaching me something.
Yeah.
Now, I did not know this one at all.
You didn't do your homework.
I sure didn't. Y'all teaching me something. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You didn't.
You didn't just say that.
Yeah. Oh man,
that was a good
one. All right, no, we're over the hump. We're at number 5. Man up.
All righty, Bret Hart.
Okay.
I mean, come on, man. What, like Joey said, do I need to go any further? Bret Hart. What else needs to be said? He's my number 5. I love Bret Hart. He was one of he was one of the first champions I saw when I got into wrestling. Okay. Smooth technician, love the fact that he never really seriously injured nobody his whole career.
Sure.
Yeah. I can't go no further. Bret Hart is my number 5.
Okay. Number 5. I was the 5 and 4 and 5 for me was freaking interchangeable for me. When I get to number 4, you'll understand why. Number 5, and it freaking hurts. It hurts because I've been thinking like, should I freaking switch this? But I'm gonna go with what I gave up, and I got Harley Race at number 5. I got Harley Race at number 5. The best wrestler on God's green earth. The man's freaking tough as nails. I have a deep love for the traveling NWA World Heavyweight Champion, like freaking Terry Funk. That definitely made the round. Definitely with the pan, tough as freaking nails. Protected the freaking business. Protected the freaking championship. Several times over world heavyweight champion in our early race. So that's why I got number 5. Joey.
All right, I have Terry Funk at number 5.
Okay,
man. Like you talked about earlier, you kind of got into his run as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I definitely became such a fan of what he did in ECW too. Sure. Like you said, ECW. Yes, Shane Douglas put him on the map. But Terry Funk had a big hand in that too. Terry brought legitimacy to that ECW World Heavyweight Championship. He brought that pedigree from being the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, an actual, traveling legit NWA World Heavyweight Champion that reigned for several years.
Sure.
Brought that to ECW in his multiple reigns in ECW as the world champion. But just the like again, we talk about psychology in professional wrestling. Everything Terry touched turned to gold pretty much. With that being said, he brought out the best in Shane Douglas. He brought out the best in Raven, Sabu, and everybody he wrestled there. So again, wouldn't be no ECW ECW wouldn't be the thing of legends, the story that it is without that.
Sure, absolutely. All right, let's go to the comments.
All righty. Demond said it got Rick Rude. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty. Platinum got 5 Randy Savage. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Really interested who Cedric has at 4 over Harley Race.
Yeah. So and keep in mind like this is also favorites as well. So what not a lot of you all may not freaking agree. But we would definitely see. Man, we're at number 4. Who you got?
All righty. Well, we're cruising along this list. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, got to go Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know. Yeah. Texas Rattlesnake. I mean, what else can you say about this man? A lot of people say that he's the one who saved WWF at that time, or WWE, whatever you want to call it. Whatever, it's your opinion. That's cool. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but gotta love the impact he had on the business. His rise, his meteoric rise, his fast rise to the top, and all that good stuff. Gotta love, Stone Cold Steve Austin on my list at number 4.
Good deal. I'm seeing some of these comments, and I'm going to definitely like circle back on some of these whatnot. So y'all keep those comments coming. I love having this dialogue. We look like we may run a little early, so we'll have some time to dive in. At number 4, I have Bruno Sammartino. What we have come to know of what WWE is based off the work that Bruno Sammartino did in WWF. The man owned Madison Square Garden. The Italian American appeal. You all can Google how many times he freaking sold out the joint. He sold out the joint with the who's who in the business at the freaking time. 2 reigns as champion. First one was like 6 years. Next one was like 2 years. So definitely had a dominant footprint. And laid the foundation for what WWF was going to be in the freaking future. So yeah, that's why I was going back and forth with it, whatnot. So the foundation piece was that extra nudge for Bruno. At number 4 for me, Joey. You're muted, Joey.
Yep, I forgot about that. At number 4, I have Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Okay.
This man pretty much saved New Japan Pro Wrestling as far as like his stardom that he brought, the championship, everything that he brought with that. It's kind of sad to see how broke down he's gotten over the last couple of years, but he is retiring at Wrestle Kingdom against Okada. But Tanahashi, man, like this man's come up, and again, star power and overall aura is it's crazy because he's even pretty popular here in the United States, despite not speaking very good English.
Sure.
And it's just like, even every time he appeared in the States for either New Japan, Ring of Honor, whoever, it's like you could just feel like every time you saw this guy, whether it be on TV or in person, the star power and the aura this man had and the way he carried it. So the dominance in New Japan and the matches with Shinsuke Nakamura, the matches with Okada, the matches with literally the Great Muta,
Sure.
and a who's who of professional wrestlers over the years is really insane. But yeah, this man put New Japan on his back and saved that company and brought it back to prominence.
Sure, absolutely. All right, let's go to these comments.
All righty. 4 got Iceman King Parsons, first national recognized.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna come back. We'll come back and talk about that. Once we finish the top 10, I'm gonna come back and talk. We're gonna talk about that.
All right. Absolutely, with favorites, there are no wrong answers.
Sure, absolutely.
Bruno makes sense. Killer pick.
Yeah,
they got Sid Vicious in number 4.
Okay. All right, good deal. All right, well, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it, and we're at our top three. Matt, who you have at 3?
Of course, I predicted he's going to be on everybody's list.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. What? Yeah.
Ric
Flair. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of shorts on the channel imitating this guy. Yeah. So, yeah, he had to be on my list. So, Ric Flair, of course, you know, this man did change the business as well, too. Here's another guy. Everywhere he went, he was your world champion. Hands down, you know. Yeah, Ric Flair, of course.
Good deal. Good deal. I have Lou Thesz. A lot of what we have come to know as the traveling world champion, Thesz was the predecessor. For the 50s and 60s, Lou Thesz was the freaking man. Well respected, a legit shooter. In the ring is what not. But the his impact on the business, the people he trained, his footprint. Lot of folks will definitely will have to give reverence to the name that is Lou Thesz in the realm of professional wrestling. Joey.
All right, for my number 3, I have Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
7-time world champion overall, 5 in the WWF, and then becoming a 2-time WCW world champion, which, you know, what is best time? But yeah, this guy pulled the WWF through its toughest time ever. Literally drug it on his back through that thing. And sadly, through all of Vince McMahon trying other people like Diesel and everything, like Bret Hart is always the guy they had to put the belt back on, because at the end of the day, everybody loved this dude. He drew money worldwide, especially he drew houses overseas that no other WWF champion ever did, including Hogan. And truth be told, to me, he brought legitimacy back to that championship, because to me, like, everybody was kind of a sports entertainer, and Bret Hart brought the wrestling back to the World Wrestling Federation and really represented that as a great technical wrestler, not a huge guy or anything like that, but he brought wrestling back to the WWF for the time period he was champion.
Sure. Good deal. All right, let's get these comments.
Alrighty. Jerry Lawler, technically last real traveling champion.
Sure.
I can't agree with that. All right.
We'll get time. We got time.
All right. Austin, 2 wing eagles, 1 big gold.
Are you going with belts? Okay, I don't know. I don't know if you did that platinum, but okay.
You must be the big eagle, because he never have the big gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
All right. I agree with Joey. Bret and Shawn did save WWF back in 1990s. That's why I said earlier, a lot of people argue Stone Cold did. I'm not saying he did or he didn't, but that's a big one there, because I would try to lean a little bit more towards Bret Hart, but it is what it is.
Well, I was going to say, Bret Hart's the guy that got Austin over to the level he did before the McMahon stuff. Anything, we all know WrestleMania 13 wouldn't have been that double turn in the match put together the way it was. Sure. We owe that to Bret the Hitman Hart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can't argue that. Bret brought the real person bleeding into the characters, paved the way for factions like the Bloodline.
Real person.
That's an interesting statement. That's cool.
Good deal. All right. We're at number 2.
Alrighty. Now I'm gonna go with one that I kind of like, because I got to meet this guy. Great person, to meet the short time that I talked to him. And talking about Kurt Angle.
Okay.
At that time, he was the wrestling machine. We all know Kurt Angle. The stuff that he went through, and the nicknames that he got and all that good stuff. But sticking to the wrestling, gotta give it to Kurt, man. Great guy, great champion. Kurt Angle's my number 2.
Okay, number 2, I got the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Just like I think this is This is the one that I like. All of us have him on our freaking list. I have him the highest when I got into wrestling, when I started like collecting the magazines in '86. Ric Flair was the freaking champion. I literally learned about Ric Flair in the freaking magazines, and then when the NWA became available, whatnot, I was fixated. I was fixated on Ric Flair. The promos he freaking gave, the four horsemen, all of that. I became entrenched. Then to learn of his journey. Before that, yeah, Ric Flair. I got him at number 2. Joey.
Well, I'll just say before I get my number 2, if you looked up World Heavyweight Professional Wrestling Champion in the dictionary, you would see Ric Flair's picture next to it.
Sure.
That's the guy everybody thinks about. If you think about pro wrestling World Heavyweight Champions, Flair's probably the most recognizable face to ever be called a World Heavyweight Champion. Let's be real.
Sure.
When you talk about associating a championship or the championship with a guy. Anyway, my number 2 is Sting.
Okay.
Talk specifically about favorite World Heavyweight Champions.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I just love being a 10-year-old watching Sting defeat Ric Flair at the American Bash 1990 to win the first one. Love all the way through WCW and then into TNA, winning even more World Heavyweight Championships. Really carried that company to a degree on his back. And you talk about Kurt Angle and Kurt Angle's run in TNA, and I was watching a world title match the other night they had for the TNA world title between Kurt Angle and Sting, and just loving the type of magic they did together as opponents in the ring and as stablemates in the main event Mafia.
Sure.
So, to me, just Sting is another guy that when I think of great world champions, as far as my favorite ones too, Sting is at the top of my list.
Good deal. Let's go to the comments.
All right. Buddy Rogers, first to win NWA and WWF World Champion.
Sure. Okay.
All righty.
Sure.
I didn't prepare for this, but you guys are not gonna like my number 1.
Hey, you're
number 1. It, Vaughn. He got to have
your list
on here. I swear to God, boy.
Vaughn is your list. Number 2, Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
And I didn't either, Vaughn. I have too many in my head right now. Okay. They got John Cena.
Imagine us putting this list together for you all, man. We literally have to go through there's been a lot of world champions out there. Sometimes it's hard putting it down the chin. So yeah, it can be quite challenging. We are at number 1 in our freaking list and whatnot. So man up, who do you have at number 1?
Well, they've been teasing me about this all day, so of course y'all know I put Kane my number 1.
Okay.
God, that's gotta be Kane.
That's gotta be Kane.
If y'all seen that I did dress up as Kane as Halloween, man, yeah, gotta have Kane my number 1. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. And my number 1 is of course Macho Man Randy Savage. And the popularity of Macho Man rivaled only by Hulk Hogan in the mid '80s. After he turned whatnot. The storyline with Hogan, it was like a year and a half freaking storyline with the mega powers exploding and everything. Great, some great long term storytelling that definitely got me invested. Macho Man's charisma, Macho Man's aura, Macho Man. He's my favorite of all time. My favorite world champion, absolutely. So, Joey, I have a good feeling I know you're number 1.
I want to go ahead and guess it. Let him guess it.
No. Take that from me. Come on now. It's Harley Race.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. When I think about, to me, the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time, the greatest and my favorite, to me is no doubt 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. Dude,
Yes.
Like this man won his first world championship, didn't touch it for years, then came back and won the damn thing 7 more times. But you want to talk about a traveling world champion?
Yes.
Harley was frequently back and forth to Japan, wrestling all the top stars over there, feuding with Giant Baba. But he literally made every town you could. So wrestled in countries we can't even go off on the list of the name right here.
Sure.
Wrestled the WWF champions. Wrestled Bob Backlund, wrestled Dusty Rhodes too, many times over. Wrestled Bruno Sammartino, wrestled you name it as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Wrestled Rick Martel.
Yeah.
Wrestled, or not Rick Martel, but sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, my brain ain't working. Anyway, wrestled WWF champions, AWA World champions. This man faced everybody that he could as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And to me, just talking about that, because to me, ultimately, there's still, like you alluded to, Cedric, there's still a difference between the NWA World Heavyweight title as it was as a territories, traveling the world, recognized by everywhere, most
NWA NWA as the governing body. All the territories recognize the NWA as the governing body and their world heavyweight champion. Not how it's known today as simply a wrestling organization. So different time. But it was like, absolutely.
All of his title reigns were as that. Not one of them was just as a company champion.
Right.
He was the traveling world champion 8 times over.
Yeah.
And that's the most there ever was in terms of being in that category. Absolutely. It's like, and to me that means something.
Absolutely.
Coupled with the fact that the guy struck genuine fear into me. God dang it. Harley Race would scare the piss out of anybody with them damn promos.
Sure, man. Absolutely. That might be something we might need to dive into on Twitch for watch along. Take a look at some of this older stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Let's go to the comments one last time, see what everybody's at number 1.
Alrighty. Damon said, number 1, by God.
Yeah, by God.
It's the nature boy, Ric Flair.
Nature boy, Ric Flair.
Yep, that's gotta be Kane.
Oh sure.
Thank you. I try not to disappoint. I try.
If he hadn't had Kane at number 1, y'all would have been disappointed.
Oh, y'all would have really.
They were disappointed before. Cause a lot of other lists where I didn't have Kane on the list, people had something to say.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I definitely had something to say back then. Yeah.
Macho Man is the sole reason I own the dual-plated Wing Eagle.
Sure.
All right. Well,
I gotta say that's the reason why the Wing Eagle's behind me too.
Okay.
Number 1.
You freaking troll.
I think he is trolling. I know.
I'm not even mad. I wasn't expecting that, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. He's kidding.
He's kidding.
He's a Roman Reigns is number 1. Okay. All right.
During the longest reigning champion in my lifetime.
I said Vince McMahon.
You freaking trolls, man. Lord have mercy.
What did you like better, his WWF championship or his ECW championship?
Do rag Vince? Oh, good Lord.
Boy.
But I did see some names out there, and we can address those as well. I saw Iceman King Parson, and I'm thinking you're talking about his world class run, whatnot. Like a lot of the there was a lot of territories that had world champions, but was it really a world champion? Whatnot. So it's like in our criteria, we didn't include those. We know Jerry Lawler was the multiple-time USWA world unified world champion, whatnot. But he also was until he was AWA world champion. So and we know like the world class had their world. They created their world title after they seceded from the NWA, but it's like we really didn't recognize those whatnot because even though they
we're on the list, but we went off of essentially World Class and USWA were not considered on that list of recognized world championships that we followed.
Yeah, and I know like one of your favorites, Joey, Rick Rude, when he won the belt, and then it had that whole WCW International thing and whatnot. So a lot of that was kind of up for debate as well. So it's like,
yeah, that didn't technically make the list either, even though I do count like even Ric Flair winning it from Sting and unifying it as a separate world championship reign. But that's open for discussion. But it wasn't on the list that we followed. So Rude couldn't technically be on any of our lists.
Yeah. So we three different guys, three different lists, three different takes. Later down the line, one of our shows is Ready to Rank. This could definitely be. I was gonna go use World Cruiserweight. I know Cedric's a shut the hell up. We got Ready to Rank is one of our shows, and next year potentially we can revisit world champions and whatnot. And we can just like we did. What was it? Did we do world champions before we were Ready to Rank, or was that? I think it was.
We'll have to check.
Wait, when we did Ready to Rank, did we do world champions? I think we did.
Probably did.
But anyway, yeah. But anyway, Joey, we got some interviews coming up, don't we?
Absolutely. I want you guys to be with us next week. We got some definitely somebody I think you'll find interesting to talk to next week. And let's go ahead and go to the graphic. The interviews keep coming, man. Next Tuesday night, join us on November 25th, right here, same time at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We're talking about a man that came up around the same time as the phenomenal AJ Styles. We'll get into that. He came up through NWA Wildside, did little company out of Cornelia, Georgia, and made it all the way to the national stage on TNA. I'm talking about Laz. Some of you that watched it may also remember him as Dustin Timberlake. But Laz will be with us next Tuesday right here, November 25th. And then the next scheduled interview right there, she's a student of the great Drew Onyx, Soa Amin, that we interviewed on here. She's a star of Torture Chamber Wrestling, AIWF Canada, as well as Project X Wrestling out of Ontario. We're talking about Cassidy Renner. Will be right here with us on December 16th, Tuesday night, another Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. So those are our two guests we're going to have left for year 2025. So make sure you're with us each and every week, not just those weeks. Make sure you're right here with us next week to talk about Laz. And then we've got more exciting shows coming up. If you guys haven't voted yet, get yourself on YouTube. Go to our post category and make sure you vote, because we are voting on the month and year that we are doing one of our newest twists and concepts. That is, we got the book tournament edition. So make sure you get on there and vote as soon as possible, because that vote will be closing soon. And then we will start prepping for the show based on that. I will make sure to announce that on our social media. I'll make sure to announce that on Instagram and Facebook, so you guys know which month and year we're going with. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that brand new concept here.
And we're having too much fun over there.
I am.
All right, I want to go ahead and answer this question.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
It's in the archives, my man.
Yeah. We actually done like
we've
three
done
different
work designs.
I'm going to say we actually done like 3 or 4 different versions of this. But yes, we have.
Absolutely. So, So good, yeah, good stuff. So yeah, we got the book is going to be the December the 9th. December the 2nd, we come back with Digging in the Dirt. Our last show of the year is going to be on December the 30th. That's where we're going to be having the giveaway, Joey.
Man, and let's show that belt on the graphic here. I'm not asking you to pull back out the AEW Unified Championship held by Kazuchika Okada. This triple stacked, amazing beast of a championship made by the great Muhammad Zubair at Big Time Belts, who is our giveaway sponsor for the holidays. You guys, you tuning in every week. I'm writing down your raffle entries. You got to be here live December 30th. We're going to raffle this thing off live, and we're going to get it shipped out to you promptly after that.
Absolutely.
Got to be here, and make sure you get on Facebook and join Big Time Belts pronto, like as soon as we go off the air here. I'm serious right now.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Remember, December 23rd, we are taking a pause for the cause, so we will not have a show that week. So yeah, that's it. That's our lineup for the rest of the year. You guys keep coming back for. We're gonna be here to bring it to you. Guys, great show. We're gonna come back next week. We jump to some more interviews, some great discussions. I'm looking forward to some good stories there, Joey. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
There will be good stories next week. I can promise you that.
That's it for Man Up and Joey. I'm your boy, Sandra D. We'll see you guys here next week here on Bells and Belts.
Yeah.